Yes, it's undeniable! We're detecting power star energy patterns in the nearest galaxy! But I must warn you that the evil energy readings are off the charts! Please be careful! Hello, people of Yeousch! This is Blinkkandyoumissit. Welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. In the last episode, we began the game and we found out a few things about the different domes and galaxies and power stars and all kinds of nonsense. And in this episode, we are going to be heading into Good Egg Galaxy, which is the first major galaxy of the game, so that we can do some exploring and hopefully find some more power stars to see if we can power up the Comet Observatory. Dino Piranha. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute because this galaxy has amazing music as soon as you land on the planet. Okay, that's enough. I freaking love the music on this planet, so I wanted to show it off because that's just one example of something that's great about this game, which is its music. This game has some of the best music of any Nintendo title out there, and especially of the Mario games, because a lot of Mario games, yeah, they have great music, but they're not necessarily as well put together as some other games are. And while there have been recent additions to different series, such as Super Mario Galaxy 2, that really have some incredible music that even surpasses this game's music, it's just always cool to me to come back to this game and hear these classic songs that I've heard for so many years and loved, and just get that nostalgia. But anyways, so this is Good Egg Galaxy. This is pretty much your standard tutorial galaxy in a way. We had a lot of tutorials earlier on, but pretty much everything that we haven't learned already, we're gonna learn in this galaxy. There's a couple of minor exceptions, but that's about it on the whole. So, get some star bits. As I said in the last episode, I'll explain these in more detail, star bits that is, the farther we get in the game when they become more important. For now, you just need to know you want as many of them as you can get, so be on the hunt. I did not want to go in that pipe. Where we want to be going is up this ramp right here, where we see the first instance, well, not the first, but the biggest instance so far of screwed up gravity. Gravity in this game is dependent on surface, and basic Saget, I don't want to talk to you. I wanted to sequence break. If you don't want to have to talk to the Luma and use the Sling Star, you can just jump up there and do a backflip and all that kind of stuff. To do a backflip, hold down the Z button so you crouch. Crouching around makes you walk like a little duck, which, yeah, it's kind of weird, but if you hit A during that, you'll do a really high backward jump. These are very beneficial in some cases. You can also do a long jump by holding Z as you're running and then tapping A, and long jumps are probably your best way of getting around. They're just very, very fast in this game. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about briefly was the music and all that kind of stuff, because this was one of the first games that had a really solid soundtrack, at least as far as like the composition of it, because a lot of the Saget! Ow, ow, dude, thank you for hitting me in the face, Mr. Rock. This is one of the first really major games that had super awesome composition that I was privy to, I should say. Because I didn't get into video games very much for a long time, at least not into Nintendo games, and so this was actually my first true Mario game. I played this before I played Super Mario 64, which, yeah, I know is kind of sacrilege if you're a Nintendo fan, but this game really is what got me into Mario in the first place, and I absolutely love this game. It's really an excellent, excellent, stellar platformer, and it's one of the best games on the Wii, hands down. And a lot of people would say Galaxy 2 passed this game up, and I would have to say I think that that's true technically, but I also feel that this game did a lot really, really well, and it's really good because this game, while Galaxy 2 had a more linear feel to it and had a more linear gameplay to it, it was kind of like more like a classic Mario game. The innovation of this game and how you progressed was really, really well done, and I liked how free it felt, how you could kind of free roam wherever you wanted to, because you didn't have to get all the way through any world to get into Or rather, I should say, you did have to get all the way through some worlds to access others, but there was more freedom and more, I don't know how I would say this. It feels less linear. It feels more like you have control over what's going on in this game, simply because of the design of how they put it all together. Anyway, maybe that made sense to you, maybe it didn't. I really do not know, because I'm not you. But this is the first boss battle of the game, Dino Piranha! And yes, some people say Dino, I see Dino, but whatever. I mispronounce stuff in games all the time, specifically Japanese games. Not that dinos should be a really Japanese thing to... I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now because I'm being attacked by this monster right here. Just passed up 100 star bits. That's one benefit star bits have that I will talk about right now, is that getting 100 star bits will get you a 1-up. So that's pretty useful, especially in some galaxies where it's easy to die, because there's a lot of galaxies that are really difficult, but they have a lot of star bits. And getting a bunch of star bits can sometimes be easier than having to hunt down a life throughout the level. And so, there we go. We have beaten the first boss of the game. Which means... we got a star! Every time you get a star, you're going to be prompted to save your game, which is really nice. Those star bits are star bits. To most Lumas, they are the tastiest, most delectable treats imaginable. Aim your Wii remote at the screen and point your Wii toggle, whatever the crap that is, at them to pick them up. Once you have some, shoot them by pressing B while aiming. I'm mixing up my dialogue. Holy crap. Why don't we try it out? Aim at me and feed me some star bits. This is the first instance of a hungry Luma. There we go. You don't have to shoot your star bits at just any random Luma. There's a lot of very specific sorts of Lumas out there, and the most common kind where you're going to find is these little guys. However, the special kind are the hungry Lumas, and they're very obvious. You're going to be able to see who they are right off the bat, and they are important because they unlock a lot of secret levels, and we're going to get into that later, but you don't need to just go randomly shooting random Lumas with star bits. That's just a waste of star bits. This is the only time in the game you're required to do that. Tasty! Let's call those little morsels my fee for this lesson. You can also shoot them at enemies or feed them to a hungry Luma. Either way, I'm sure star bits will be a big help on your adventure. Alrighty, well... let's take out another star, why don't we? Now, I want you guys to let me know in the comments something that I would like to ask you about right now. I tend to take down levels in my Let's Plays, Mario games, you know, as chronologically as I can. So, for example, the first galaxy that I unlock is the first one I complete, and I beat it all the way through, and then I move on to the next one, and then the next one, and so on and so forth. So, what I would like to ask you guys is, would you like me to beat levels in chronological order, or would you prefer me to just kind of skip around and show new galaxies more often, but have to backtrack to older galaxies from time to time to get more stars? I'm good with doing it either way. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think. So leave it in the comments and I will be happy to oblige either way, whichever you guys feel like. So, for the moment though, since I can't see your comments from the future, we're going to go into Good Egg Galaxy. Because we have 2 more stars we can take out while we're here. A snack of cosmic proportions. This level's the introduction of Hungry Lumas. These guys are Hungry Lumas. They're big, fat, and have sparkly wonder sticks that they wave around. Anyway, you're going to want to find them wherever they may be in the level. And whenever you have a level that you're going to need to feed a Hungry Luma, you're usually going to need lots of star bits. So I would just advise you run all over the place, get as many star bits as you can. Now, not only can you get star bits from just walking around in the levels, Like I'm disturbing these flowers and getting star bits. Anything that sparkles, if you disturb it, you're gonna get star bits. So for example, well, of course, these things are not, these bushes are not sparkling. If these bushes were sparkling, that would be a good way to get some star bits. These question blocks are usually a good way to get star bits too, although occasionally you'll get coins out of them, and we'll discuss coins in just a minute too. They can also just be falling from the sky, which is nice because if you just wait long enough, you can usually, by collecting 3 or 4 star bits at a time, you can end up getting enough star bits for whatever you're needing. And the final way you can get star bits, and this is probably the most common way that you're going to find, just besides finding them in different locations or like floating around or on whatever structures or whatever, you're going to be able to find them by spinning into enemies. I've got a hungry friend up ahead. You don't mind sharing your snacks, do you? Actually, yes, I do. Well, this is the first instance of a pole star path, which is where you have to use multiple pole stars to launch yourself around. What you can do actually is you can gain momentum. So let me try and see if I can show this off. If you use a pole star that's farther away from you, like, gosh dang, okay, you'll start moving faster when you let go. And that's a strategy you can use later on in the game in some of the levels to beat the levels faster and also to keep yourself safer while within those levels. Spinning enemies will get you star bits, while stomping enemies will get you coins. So if you need health, you're gonna have to take a little bit more of a dangerous route because it's often more dangerous to try and jump on an enemy than it is to spin them, because spinning kind of gives you that little bit of invulnerability briefly. But yeah, so let's take this right here by spinning, and that'll give us a little bit of a shortcut through the level. So with 88 star bits... Hey, you! Yeah, you got any tasty star bits? If you feed me a bunch of star bits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform. I'm famished. I need a bullcrap! I thought I needed less than that. Okay, let's see if I can get what I need just on this planet right here. Actually, yeah, I definitely can. Okay. So you get here with 80 plus star bits and you're just fine. Gosh dang. I remember, this is actually the second time I've LP'd this game. I LP'd this game back in early 2010 on my channel. And I remember when I did this, this part of the level in my Let's Play back then, I had to like go back to the entire galaxy hunting for star bits just to get this guy fed, but that's it, I'm stuffed, here we go! Transform! A new planet was born. Typically, when you feed a hungry Luma, they're going to give birth to a new planet, which basically means they're going to explode and their remains are going to become a planet, which is weird. But yeah, so, goodness gracious. Well, something I want to talk about briefly is just a little bit about myself for those of you guys who do not know who I am. And considering this is going up on Yeousch Alliance, there's a lot of you guys who won't know who I am. And so I've just been this random commentator you've been listening to for 2 episodes now of Super Mario Galaxy and blah, 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 blah. So, I want to just give a little bit of a background about my YouTubing, and I'll be very brief because I don't like being one of those commentators who's like, here's my life story, you know, and then you're like, but talk about the game. That's why I'm watching you. I want to hear about the game. Anyway, so I'm going to do my best to not be that way, but briefly putting it, or briefly stated, or I don't know how to put that. Putting it briefly, I guess, I've been a Let's Player on YouTube since late 2009, which means I've been around for, gosh, well over 2 years now. And, or not well over 2 years, but like over 2 years, anyways. And the cool thing about Let's Playing is that I really love sharing my passion for a lot of these games with you guys, with people on YouTube in general, and I discovered that I wanted to Let's Play by watching videos of Chugga Conroy's. Yeah, surprise, surprise. So many people have been inspired by Chugga Conroy. But in reality, what say it, Jake? Okay. Wait a minute. Can I just Yeah, you don't have to do that at all. It wants you to gather all these blue star chips and get these pole stars so that you can direct yourself to the star. You don't have to do that at all. All you have to do is just long jump. But while we do the last star for this episode, I'm going to just finish what I was talking about. But anyways, I was inspired by Chucky Khan ready to begin LPing. Over time, I've gained inspiration from a lot of other LPers, specifically Slim Kirby. And back in early 2010, I was doing Super Mario Galaxy, and Slim Kirby took a part in that project, and he gave me a shout out, and that really kind of launched me onto the scene as far as having a lot more people knew who I was. And so, yeah, that's basically how I got started LPing. I love LPing because I love sharing games, I love playing games, and I love sharing them. And commentary is something I really enjoy doing. I have a lot of fun commentating and making these videos. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. So, we could go into this new galaxy, but before I know what you guys said in the comments earlier in this video, we're just going to go and finish up Good Egg Galaxy once and for all. Well, not really once and for all, because we're going to have to come back to it later, but anyways. Yeah. King Caliente's Battle Fleet. All right. Now, I believe there's a way to break this level. Gosh dang. Okay. Yep, you can break the level. All you have to do is backflip onto that house right there and then jump off and then spin and all that kind of stuff. That's something that I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys up front about me, is that I like breaking levels when I'm LPing because I enjoy not having to do things as you're supposed to. And so, yeah, so I enjoy doing that a lot. Alright, we want to knock these melons to the other planets, which I believe I may have already done, but... Alright. Let's get up here. Oh, never mind. Don't... What? Second. Dang it. No! Freaking... Okay. Alright, there we go. I was worried I was going to have to go back on the other planet for more melons, but anyways. Which actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if that's possible. But let's not shake the Wii remote on this planet for just a moment. Let's go down into this pipe real quick, because this is a good example of secret areas within worlds. Or I should say within galaxies. And yeah. That is a very special item. Rainbow Mario. Rainbow Mario makes you invincible. It's a classic power-up from Days of Mario Yore, I guess. Days of Yore? Isn't that? Yeah, that is the term, isn't it? Anyway, it's the trippiest and yet coolest power-up in the game because simply, you are invincible and everything else gets destroyed by you very easily. And even those chain chomps were no match. Which actually, I guess they're not really chain chomps because they weren't on chains. They were like, more like chomps, but anyway, okay, let's move on. Yeah. Okay. Up the path. Up the stairs we go, and then. Crap. Ow. Dude, man. What the? That was a weird little spaz attack. What the crap? Okay. That was a weird little spaz attack Mario was doing. It was like he was doing the worm or something. Oh my gosh. Alright. Now we have to defeat these guys by spinning and knocking those melons back at them. Let's head over this way. Alright, break the ice. Oh gosh, alright, let's go. Alright, here it is, the second boss of the game, King Caliente. And we're gonna have to use the exact same strategy against King Caliente as we used against those other guys earlier. Just knock the melons back at him and avoid those fiery things, blob things. I don't even know what they are. And each time that you knock one back at him, the next time you're going to have to knock even more back at him. Come on, dude. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Crap. Dang it. Dude, don't send more of these little freezy dudes at me. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, there we go. All right, good. All right, took him out. And for defeating him, we get the next star. And here we are. And I know we'll go far. And I can't think of another word that rhymes that would actually fit with what I was saying. But anyways, all right, so that is it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I know this was a bit of a long episode, but, you know, it's cool, you know. Anyways, well, alrighty, people of Yeousch, this has been Blink and You Miss It. I'll see you guys next time on Super Mario Galaxy.